I'm a business owner in the United States.
首先，我告诉你们，我自己有我自己的生意在美国。
And a lot of people ask me, what kind of business are you in?
很多人问我，你是做哪一行的？
Of course, I was in business long before cieaura was ever invented. I was in my other business long before.
在比cieaura的历史久多，他很早就自己做很多不同的生意。
So as a business owner, I oftentimes look for opportunity.
他说，因为我做生意，所以我常常在找新的机会。
And how I ended up being a distributor with cieaura is through an affiliate that is a customer of mine in my traditional business.
就是很幸运的，怎么会来做这个生意呢？就是他有一个同行的人用过产品，把他带到这个公司。
And the man that introduced me to cieaura came in my office one day and he brought me one of his chips.
他就是有一位先生到办公室来，就带了一个 chips 给他。
You notice I'm wearing it right here below the collarbone.
他就放在这个胸肩骨的下面。
That's how I got introduced to cieaura, putting one chip below my
这是
collarbone.
他第一次认识 cieaura，就是放这个。
And I still wear a chip every day below my collarbone.
他每天带一个在这里。
And what it did for me was it gave me mental clarity, it gave me the ability to not feel tired at the end of the day, and as a business owner,
我不能太长，我翻不过来。One sentence. The main.
what it did for me was it gave me stamina.
他因为用了以后，让他很清楚的脑筋想得很清楚，很稳定的能量。
That was the first day that I heard it.
这是第一天他的感觉，觉得让他很 grounded 的，拿英文翻译英文，就是很稳，也很平静、很平稳的感觉。
Of course, when the chip was brought to me, the economy in the United States was falling down.
在带他来介绍这个晶片的时候，美国的经济是有很大的跌落下来。
And the 4 businesses I have are directly related to the housing market and transportation in the United States.
他有4个生意，那个4个生意是有一个是做 transportation 中文。它是有卡车运送的、物流的，物流运输的 ，and what else housing， 他做房子里面的家电，他是做家电，冰箱啊那种家电。
And I guess everybody here realizes in 2009, 5 years ago, the housing market was horrible.
5年前，2009年那个房屋的价值是往下跌。
To give you an example of how bad it was for me, we were doing, in 2008, we were doing $3.5 million in sales each year. In the end of 2009, we had dropped to 1.5 million in gross sales.
他在3年短的时间，从300万 drop to 5，所以说这一半跌到一半。
That's more than a 60% decrease in business.
60%往下。
As a business owner, I looked around and I said, what am I going to do?
他很高兴，很难过，说怎么办？我是老板，我能做什么呢？
That's when one of my customers came in during that period and shared this chip with me. He's one of my customers, and he told me it was $49 to start a new business.
他一个客户就是他的朋友来跟他说，哎，这个只要49块美金，你就可以有新的生意了。
And I want to let you know that I didn't know what to do. I had never done a direct marketing business.
他那个时候从来没有做直销的经验过。
And the young man that introduced the chip to me had experience. And when I asked him what to do, he said, just share it with everybody you know, your family, your friends, people, your loved ones, your relatives, everybody you've ever known. Just share them to people as fast as you can.
他的朋友说很简单，你只要分享你邻居朋友，所以你认得的所有的人，你就是分享他们，告诉他们就好了。
So I did exactly that.
我就这样子做了。
All day long, people came into my store to buy appliances. That's one of the businesses I have.
他以前是卖家电的，所以他每天都有人到他公司来买这些冰箱啊、什么炉啊这些东西。
And as they were leaving, as a satisfied customer to buy either a washer, dryer, or refrigerator, I asked them to come into my office and I shared the chips with them.
每个来的客户，不管是来买洗衣机、买冰箱都好，买完以后他说：“请你到后面来，我要介绍这个产品给你。”
At night, I made up samples and put them in envelopes and mailed them off to my sister in New Jersey, my brother in California, my aunt in Phoenix.
他下班回家做好了产品，一个一个放好在信封里面，寄给他所有的亲友、阿姨啊、姑姑啊、妈妈、姐妹啊，通通都有，介绍他们。
I sent samples to one of my friends in Stockholm, Sweden, and I sent them to a business affiliate in Shanghai.
他寄到瑞典 Stockholm Sweden 瑞典，然后也寄一个到上海，
And a business affiliate.
是他的同事。
And I wanted to see if the chips worked on the other side of the world just as well as they did in America.
他只是要好奇看看是在美国有用呢，在欧洲、在中国有没有用。
And the chips that I sent to Shanghai ended up on the business lady's grandmother who had sleep issues in Shanghai.
就那个在上海的那位是他的 grandma， 他的祖母睡觉睡得很不好，失眠有失眠。
She had no idea what they were, but she told her granddaughter to tell me she loved them.
OK， 他也不知道那是什么啊，跟我一样。反正他用完以后，他说一定要告诉他，他太爱那个产品了，睡得很好了。后来
That was my research. I wanted to know if they worked for everybody around the world.
他就是要在这之前就做了很多的研究研讨，到处要去看是不是每个人都有效的。
Now, I've never met this grandmother, but someday I hope to meet her.
他说我没见过那个grandma， 可是有一天我希望能见到她。
She still uses the chips. I
他
mail
还
them to
在
her from the
还
United
在
States.
用这个可以让他睡得很好觉的产品。
Now, what I told you was 2009, I was looking for a business opportunity, and I realized it cost me $49 to get involved. So after sampling out chips for 4 months, I gave out samples to 800 people in 4 months.
哇！他加入了以后，花了49块美金加入以后，他在4个月 ，in the 4 months you have how many 800
samples.
他寄出去了800个样品给大家。2009。
So I bought a lot of product. I
所以
took
他
it
买了
very
很多
serious.
产品，他是很认真在做这个事情。
I took it serious as a business owner.
我把它当做一个生意来经营。
And of course, the U.S. economy had no promise of coming back up, so I was desperate to find another way to earn money.
所以美国的经济是从来没有看得很好，一直往下，所以他是一直在找一个我可以再重新来可以做的一个事业。
With that economy falling off so bad in 2009, by the end of the year, I had to ask myself, am I going to lay off some employees?
在2009年的时候，实在那时候很低落，生意很低落，所以在 what year 就是他在想到了，我是不是要让一些员工遣散他们，因为已经付不起薪水了。
By the end of that first year, Cieaura had paid me on this debit card, to me personally, over $100,000 in commission, just off of the sales in the U.S. alone.
这光在美国，他在那一年，他已经1年赚到10万美金，就是我们公司不是一人发一个这个提款卡嘛？他们这么多人，他已经赚到10万美金了。
And I've made over $100,000 every year since I've.
每一年他都赚10万美金，可是他不是你的这些人，你晓得的嘛？传销的力量。
So, when the decision came to lay off employees at the end of the year, I went home and I looked in the mirror, and since I am the owner of the corporation, I took myself off salary so I wouldn't have to let my employees go without a job.
他那时候一看他自己已经有另外的收入了，他本来要去让他